Welcome to another episode of SSF. And yes, I'm your boy Rashad Brown. SSF is the channel that you come to get sports and get faith-based education by your boy Rashad Brown. And my faith base is I'm a believer in Christ, but I like to talk sports, so you're going to get both. And I'm hoping, my goal is to help men become better men, to help people become better people as a result of the leadership of Christ, but also to entertain you and then somewhat educate you a little bit on sports. But today what I want to talk about is my top 5 NFL teams. Yes, my top 5 NFL teams as I see it right now. And today this video is recorded on December 31st, 2022 at 11 something my way here in Mississippi. So let's go and get it started, baby. With the number 5 team I got coming up at number 5 is the Cincinnati Bengals. Yes, the Cincinnati Bengals. The Cincinnati Bengals who went to the Super Bowl last year, played really well, but the ending kind of messed them up with the Rams where they couldn't execute. But they come back this year, had a rocky start, and playing really well again. The offense is clicking really well. Defense is solid, kind of skippy, but the offense is really good, led by Joe Burrow, who is on his way to becoming a superstar. Joe Burrow, who's thrown for over 400, 260 yards, 34 touchdowns, 12 interceptions, and 102 passer rating. Also with Jamar Chase catching the ball, was one of the best receivers in the game. He's a little down this year, but 960 yards as of now, 8 touchdowns, averaging 87 yards per game. Then they got T. Higgins. T. Higgins having a great year. They got some really good receivers, solid running back in Joe Mixon. But T. Higgins this year with 1,022 yards, 7 touchdowns, 6 to 8 yards per game. So man, Joe Burrow with that offense playing really, really well. Defense solid enough just to get them going. The offense going to hold everything down for them. As long as their defense kind of keep them in the game, Joe Burrow could get them over the hedge. So yes, I got the Bengals at number 5. At number 4, guess what, Cowboy fans? I got y'all ranked at number 4. The Cowboys with a 12-4 record. Man, they playing really well. Defense is continually played really well. Over the last few weeks, their defense kind of suffered a little bit, but for the most part, they've been playing well. Top 2, top 3 defense, led by that great Michael Parsons, who is a defensive player of the year candidate. Michael Parsons got 42 tackles this year, 13 sacks. The boy got speed. The boy's strong. The boy is a terror. They're comparing him to the great Lawrence Taylor. I don't know if he's there yet, but the boy playing really well. Also, you got C.D. Lamb. Everybody was wondering, could he be the number 1 receiver when they got rid of Amari Cooper? But he struggled at first, but yet he has found his way, and the boy's playing really well, looking like a star or on his way to superstardom. On the year so far, C.D. Lamb has 1,300 yards receiving, 8 touchdowns, averaging almost 82 yards per game. Playing really well. Dak Prescott coming in. Now, Dak Prescott, I believe the Cowboys got everything it takes. They got a good enough offense, really good offense, good wide receivers, good running backs, couple running backs, really good defense. And Dak is a solid quarterback, but Dak is a little shaky. Sometimes Dak can throw the ball to the other team. Sometimes he'd be up and down. But Dak is a really good quarterback, so I think it all is on the shoulders of Dak to get them to the championship. And I think they got everything it takes to get there, but it's dependent on Dak. But this year, Dak is playing solid. Dak is playing solid this year. Been hurt 5 games, but still playing pretty good. And Dak so far this year throwing for over 2,700 yards, 22 touchdowns, 14 interceptions, and a 95.8 passer rating. At the number 3 team, yes, the Buffalo Bills. The Buffalo Bills, I know they fans are just hungry for a championship. The Buffalo Bills they got a 30 for 30 documentary on them. The Four Falls. These guys in the late 80s, 90s went to the Super Bowl 4 years in a row and lost all 4 years. How kind of bad luck is that? But this year they got a great chance of going, and they are my Super Bowl picks. Although I would love the Chiefs to make it, just had to put that in there. But the Buffalo Bills right now, 12-3, still got a really solid defense, one of the top defenses in the league, led by an MVP candidate, myself, and Josh Allen, who's playing really, really well this year again. 4,200 yards, 32 touchdowns he's thrown for, 13 interceptions, 96 passer rating. The boy got a big arm, could make any throw on the field, and he could run for it if he needed, and he will truck you because he's a big boy. Man, that boy is a really good player. Also, you got Stephon Diggs, the wide receiver, one of the best receivers in the game. Quick, can make any catch. Good route runner. Got over 1,300 yards again this 1,300 yards this year. Averaging 88 yards per game, 10 touchdowns, and they got a really, really, really good defense. So right now, the Buffalo Bills are my third team. At number two, and I would have had them at number one, but they lost last week. Jalen Hurts been hurt. So they talking about he's going to come back tomorrow against the Saints. But Jalen Hurts and the Eagles right now are my number two team. Fly, Eagles, fly. 13-2. Eagles got everything you need. Really good quarterback play. Really talented receivers and A.J. Brown. And also the other guy, I can't think of his name right now. I can't think of the other guy's name. But the other receiver, really Simmons. He's a small guy, but the boy makes every catch on the field, could really run. So they got really good receivers, solid tight ends, good running back at Miles Sanders, really, really good defense, although it struggled a little bit this year. I think they top 2, top 3 defense. So I really put a lot of faith in the Eagles, man. And they got Jalen Hurts, to me, who was topping the MVP candidate race before he got hurt. Jalen Hurts this year has thrown for 3,472 yards, 22 touchdowns he has thrown. Also, he has 747 yards rushing on the year, 13 touchdowns. If this guy could come back tomorrow and continue to play on good play, he could be the first guy to throw for almost 4,000 yards and 1,000 yards rushing. I don't know if he's going to get that, but he's playing really well. And depending on how he plays, if he come back to play tomorrow against the Saints, and then the next game after that, he could still be an MVP candidate. But man, this boy's playing really, really well. Also, you got Miles Sanders, first-time Pro Bowler, running that ball quick, fast, strong, got it all. Really running that ball well this year. Miles Sanders got, what does he has this year? Miles Sanders has 1,100 yards, 1,175 yards, 11 TDs, rushing TDs, and 78 yards per game, averaging on 5 yards per carry. Playing really well. A.J. Brown playing really well this year. The Titans, I know they sick. They lost him. They sick. But A.J. Brown this year, 1,304 yards receiving this year. 10 TDs, almost, 87 yards per game. He's playing really well. Hey, the Eagles. The Eagles, man, if they can continue to play well, then they can keep that solid play, and their defense can step up, because they dropped the ball last week against the Cowboys. If they can get back to playing number 1, number 2 defense as they are, look for them in the Super Bowl. Number one, and I'm a Bears fan, but I got a substitute team with the Chiefs. Don't kill me, baby. Don't kill me. The Chiefs, number 1. Right now, the Chiefs are, well, I don't have it right now. The Chiefs are, I think, 12-3 right now. The Chiefs are 12-3 right now. And they're my number 1 team because they continue to play on that same consistent level. Number 1 in offense. And they number 1 in offense because who I see is the best quarterback in the game. Not only the best quarterback in the game, but probably the best player in the game. And if he keep playing at the level that he's playing, he could possibly be the best quarterback of all time. Patrick Mahomes can make any throw on the field, and if he can't find nobody open, he can beat you with your feet. And if he try to come for you, the boy can shake you. And he don't even look like he's running that fast, but some kind of way he get through that. And like I said, he can make any throw, man, backhand throw, look at the other way, throw, no look passes, make it any pass on the field. The boy is exciting to watch. Patrick Mahomes this year got 4,000 yards, 4,720 yards so far this year. 37 touchdowns, 11 interceptions on 105 QB rating, ran for over 321 yards so far, and 4 touchdowns. Travis Kelce, man, the guy's a tight end, but he looked like a wide receiver the way he be catching the balls. Can make any catch. Man, he's big, he's strong, hard to tackle. No, don't look that fast, but he's always open. Travis Kelce got 1,257 yards on 12 TDs. Also on defense, they like middle of the pack, 8th to the 12th spot so they get the #1 defense in like middle of the pack. And if they defense can continue to make timely stops, look for them in the Super Bowl. And I hope to see the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. I'm wearing red, and it wasn't for the Chiefs, but I'm just wearing red. Chris Jones this year, man, really bad defensive lineman, man. One of the best in the game. 36 tackles on 12 sacks. Really playing well this year. So I'm looking for. I picked the Bills and I picked the Rams. And if you go down my video timeline, you'll see that. But right now, I might change to the Chiefs and the Eagles. But we got to see, baby. But yes, that is SSF, your boy Shad's top 5 NFL teams. And if you like what I'm saying, if you dig it, like it, and I'm going to bring you more videos like this as well as faith-based. So subscribe if you choose to, and I hope you do. You all have a blessed and prosperous day, and hopefully, God willing, a happy and blessed, prosperous new year. It's your boy Sean. And how I like to conclude the video is peace and love. Peace and love, baby.